So Clownfish TV is under attack yet again, and this time it isn't someone like Kevin Smith going after their reputation. No, it's people trying to deplatform them, and I think this is a story that needs to be covered. I mean, after all, they have seen a DDoS attack. They've seen a community guideline strike. They've seen a Livestream takedown. I mean, that says that people are targeting, and they're targeting hard. So hey there. So today we return to that wonderful world of craziness, and this stuff with Clownfish TV, I have to say it is absolutely crazy. Now, before we get to this, though, one brief thing. Thank you for showing up, and I hope that you're doing fantastic, you and yours, in this time of uncertainty. If you find you're not, though, if you find you're struggling, can't get your base necessities, hit people like myself up. You know, I may not be able to help, but I'll definitely try, because from my family to yours, we're in this together, and we love and appreciate all of you. Now, as far as Clownfish TV goes, the targeting they've been experiencing, it goes beyond any bot reviewing. It goes beyond any just flagger out there. This has to be coordinated because they have been hit not once, not twice, but several times. So if you've never heard of Clownfish TV, pause this, go sub to them because they do a great job covering stuff. Gaming, art, geek culture, comics. You know, they hit on everything. They have over 100,000 subscribers, and they're not one of those channels that go out and try to cause a lot of drama. What they do is they quote sources, and that's probably the most dangerous thing out there, having sources behind the scene. And despite what certain false flaggers out there might try to say while trying to ride on their coattails, they do indeed have sources behind the scenes, because you know what? Many of us actually do. See, even if we flagrantly set aside their industry connections and their past, we could talk about their material alone and how that actually leads to sources. See, I want you to think about these industries: movies, comic books, gaming, GameStop, and on. You have people that feel underappreciated. You have people that are not paid. They're definitely not treated right. Those people, they will sing songs to you that will make your ears quiver. And some people out there, they'll actually tell you the truth about it. And that's what Clownfish TV does. They don't wrap it in a bow. They don't go out and mess with drama. They just tell you the reality of what they hear. And that, like I said, is one of the most dangerous weapons out there. See, if you think about some of these powerhouses and what they're experiencing now, I mean, think about it, Disney. Do they want negative headlines? What about the comic book industry? Do they want negative headlines? And what can they do to try to shut that down? I mean, we've seen prominent examples of that. In the case of, say, Overlord DVD, he's grown to 150,000 subs, but along the way, he was talking about Rise of Skywalker. He was talking about what was going on behind the scenes, and companies were trying to discredit him at every single turn, when it turns out that all of that stuff, it was true. And yeah, they did everything they could to shut him down. Something that truly illustrates that is Kevin Smith responding. I mean, here we have the showrunner for He-Man directly challenging the authority of Clownfish TV, when this guy, he never does anything like that. What he does normally is he talks about self-promotion. He talks about companies he's basically embedded with. But you know what? Us little YouTube nobodies out here, yeah, we're a challenge to certain people's authority out there. So they have to try to shut that message down. When I'm saying this too, I'm not definitively noting that, hey, that person over there, that company over there did this. Heck, for all I know, a certain false flagger out there had a problem, and that person didn't like that they got responses, so they tried to shut it down. What I can say, though, is this. One time, perhaps that's a coincidence. 2 times, yeah, that's a pattern. 3 times, 4 times, we got a huge problem. And on top of that now, all of their live streams are being demonetized. All of that content is being attacked. And it wasn't like that for them before. So this is the notification that Clownfish TV received. We are going to read through it and thoroughly, but I want to note 3 things with it before beginning. Number 1, this isn't the only one that Clownfish TV has received. That says they're being targeted. Number 2, it tells you that this was flagged to us, talking about flagged to YouTube. So again, that says that there is targeting going on. And number 3, even though this does not result in a community guideline strike, you can have your channel indiscriminately terminated by YouTube because of infraction after infraction after infraction. So YouTube. Hi, Clownfish TV. As you may know, our community guidelines describe what content we allow and don't allow on YouTube. Your video, The End of the Comic Book Industry Live Roundtable, was flagged to us for review. Upon review, we've determined that it violates our guidelines and we've removed it from YouTube. Now, interestingly about that too, it actually pops back up, and I'll show you something about it as well. So we know that this might be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. If content breaks our rules, we remove it. If you think we've made a mistake, you can appeal and we'll take another look. Keep reading for more details. Video content restrictions. As mentioned, we've removed your content because we think it violates community guidelines. You can find specific information about these guidelines at. Please note, due to the global issue going on, I'm being pretty vague in that there, a number of our normal review processes have been disrupted. You can read more about that. There's a link. In an effort to prioritize the well-being of our employees, our extended workforce, and the communities where they live, we are relying less on human reviewers and more on automation alone to make those decisions. As a result, some material may get removed in error. Yeah, I know, because it's really hard to get those employees at home to, use that technology. What do they call those? Oh, yeah, desktops to go and review. Good times. If you think this is removed in error, they say, please appeal using the form below. We will get back to you as resources allow. Note that we might be slower to respond to appeal requests. We apologize for disruptions. Taking these workplace precautions is the right thing to do for the people who work and can keep YouTube safe and for the broader community. We appreciate everyone's patience as we take these steps during this challenging time. I hate this part because I do agree that there needs to be something to make sure that workers and everyone else is safe, but at the same time, this stuff, it's being utilized, misrepresented by many folks out there that, well, they want to have some type of say. So, impact on your account. This removal has not resulted in community guidelines strike or a penalty on your account. However, we still encourage you to review all of your content to make sure it's in line with the community guidelines. Additional violations could result in strikes against your account or even lead to account termination. Now, perplexingly enough, this actually shows up again, and I actually like that because we can examine the live stream, and you can tell that there shouldn't be a problem here. You have 17,658 views, saying that this thing, when it went out, it was actually quite popular. You can see what this is about. You can see how the tagging goes. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever. And when we look at the people on this, you have Aaron Sparrow, you have Art here, you have Matt, and you have Pete Samedi. So you don't have anyone that's going to do anything controversial with it. If you go through what they're talking about as well, I'm not going to stop on anything, but if you look at this really fast, what you can see are a couple of article reviews talking about the state of the comic book industry. But like I said, in this, you are not talking about anything that should be causing a channel problem, and yet, after 28 minutes plus, boom, it goes down. Now, Clownfish TV, in the aftermath of that, they put up another video, and then, after a while, they decide that they're going to put up the rest of their live stream. Now, the downside to doing things like that, of course, is you lose views on it, but they also have an issue that they haven't been encountering before. Now, with that, Clownfish TV experiences something in the aftermath that they don't normally encounter, the demonetization bug. And yes, this kind of stuff hits a lot of creators, but creators that are typically no nonsense, they don't go out again and start any kind of trouble, they don't cover anything really controversial, they don't end up with this flag. But for them now, it looks like either they're getting it because of this label, because it was flagged again, or because of the problems that they've had with their live streams, they're going to continue having this problem, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, like I said, there are other issues too, as is noted in this post. Thanks for everyone who stopped by, and sorry for the cluster. Trying to get it sorted with our YouTube contact. This on top of a DDoS attack on one of our websites yesterday, and a community strike for posting a link to a Cartoon Brew article in a video description last week. They got a community community guidelines strike because somebody flagged them for putting in source material. People wonder why we don't do that anymore because, yeah, folks like that. And also, their website's been under attack repeatedly to shut down. You're not telling me that somebody out there isn't taking something personal? Yeah. But anyway, you tell me what you think about this. And again, bring this stuff up to YouTube's attention. This has to be stopped. This can't be the norm. Clownfish TV, they should be able to do their thing and to do it proudly. So closing, I want to say thank you for showing up.
Thank you, too.
Yeah, and thank you for being here. We do appreciate you, don't we? We appreciate you.
Yeah, we do.
And we hope that you and yours are doing fabulous. And yeah, we hope you're staying safe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we will see you next time. Do you want to tell them bye?
Bye.
Bye. We will see you later.